Mariah here. It's such a pleasure, honor, and a privilege to be reading for you. Do not mind the background. I'm in the process of moving, so it's a little sparse around here. But let's get into your reading today. Let's see what's going on for the month of October. Hopefully you guys are really well. Let's see. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Leos. What is very important? What do my Leos need to know in regards to their October? We got the Chariot coming out. We also got the King of Cups. We also got the King of Swords in the reverse. We got the Judgment. May I have another for my Leos? What else is it that they need to know? The World in the reverse. And one last one. Ten of Cups in reverse. I just want to ask, though, why is this King of Swords in the reverse? That's the King of Swords in reverse. The Sun in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Death, which is rebirth in this deck. I'm hearing the name Sandra specifically, but the letter S is coming through as important. So I don't know if your name starts with the S, begins with the S, maybe ends. Leo, what do you got going on here? What do you have going on? Because there's something that you're moving towards. There's something that you're moving towards. It's been about time, though. It's like, I'm hearing that Lizzo song, it's about damn time. Like, it's about time that you're moving towards something, or something's trying to move forward for you, or there's momentum somewhere in a specific area of your life that you really feel connected to. You really feel connected to, but it's the world's in the reverse, so the cycle hasn't really started yet, but you're making the actions, you're creating space, you're creating room to move towards this direction, to move towards this path. Look at this card for a quick second. You see those people in the background? And I mean, like, legitimately, you see those people in the background, like the ancestors, and you see this woman rising from the ashes. This feels like it's taken on a whole different meaning than what judgment normally means. Okay, I gotta say something, and I promise you, I know I've said this before, but this probably will only resonate with a few of you. Because there's no way in hell this could resonate with all of you. So I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate, but I gotta go to the side really quick, Leo. Why, and I don't want to say why, but it deeply feels that you have people obsessed with you. And I know I'm not trying to go too far left here, but let me explain why I'm picking this up. Because I have to get off of the main message to tap on this, because this feels more prevalent and it's very specific. It feels like people are obsessed with you, and it's not for good. It's not for, not good reason. There's something about you, Leo, not only energetically and how you're vibrating, but the energy, just even in the room, like your energy is up, your spirits are up. At least you try to have it that way. Even if other people in your environment, or other people that are around you, don't know what's going on the inside, you typically tend to keep your spirits up, or I guess if you will say saving face in some sense. But you don't let people see underneath the surface. It's like you keep your head held high and you keep moving forward. And even further with this, it's like you have this, and it's like an enigma in some sense. You are able to magnetize and have people gravitate towards you. And some people can almost be parasitic to an extent. So be cautious, because your energy is like, you're a light, and these people are moths, and they're just pulled by you. But there's even, oh gosh, I hate to get choked up on my words like this, but if we're going there, we might as well go there, right? You might as well. Leo, I have to applaud you, and it feels like I have to speak on this to you, to the specific Leo, and it's probably like maybe 3 to 5 of you, I'm gonna be honest, probably like 3 to 5 of you. But I have to applaud you, and I mean sincerely, with how you present yourself, how you handle yourself, and how you carry yourself, because you operate in a very exclusive manner to the Leo that I'm talking about. Your time is precious. Your energy is precious. What you dedicate your attention to is very precious. And because of these different things, you operate at a different frequency than most people around you. And because of this specific thing, the way you carry yourself, people are forced to fall in line with how you operate. So for an example, because the Leo that I'm speaking to is somebody that really cares about, they don't want their time wasted. This isn't a Leo that I'm speaking to that is going to spend years on a toxic relationship, years in a toxic job, years dealing with toxic people, because if it doesn't benefit them or add value to their lives, they cut it. And you didn't hop out the womb with this mindset, right? You didn't hop out the womb to implement these sort of boundaries. You've been in your years prior, you've been through your share of experiences, which taught you pretty quickly and pretty early on that because my time is very valuable, it's an asset to me. I only want to be around people who are going to love me. I only want relationships where people are going to show me they love me. I only want to be around friends or people in my life that actually show up and show and prove. There's something, you keep a lot to yourself, Leo, but your energy is so bold. It's like you're that person that people know about but know nothing about. You're that person that people know about but literally know nothing about. And because of that exclusivity that you have on your life, that price tag that is a hefty cost to afford admission, people are automatically gravitated to you. You're such an enigma in that sense. And then also too, even going further, it's like you devote yourself to things that are going to benefit you. You allow things in life to come to you. You create the avenues and you allow the manifestations to come in. You don't chase, you attract. And I know that's very cliche in this space to say, but I sincerely, because I'm just like, just even getting off the card, just the energy. As soon as I saw that judgment, that's immediately what I felt. It's like you create the avenues. So if you have to move things away, clear out space, if you have to get rid of people, if you have to shift things around in your life to create that avenue to allow what it is that's meant for you to come in, you do so. But you've been through those years or experiences where you may have tried to chase after your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. You may have tried to chase after a love situation or, trying to mediate and mend things with family. And it's like you learned this very much so early on that those things only leave you in a space of feeling void. So now you're like, you know what? Let's shift the energy here. I'm going to allow those things to enter into my life. I'm not going to chase. And through this attraction of energy, it's like you're able to create and bring things in that you've been wanting and you've been desiring. And this is where I go back to that obsession part, because Leo, you're in a space, whether you know this or not, and it's hard to see ourselves from our lens, right? We can't see ourselves from the outside, but because of this way that you operate, you've been able, and I don't know how much you recognize this, but you've been able to attract things in your life that you do want. It's easy to look at the things that we don't want that we've attracted, or things that we don't want to deal with that we had to deal with. But how often do we count the things that we have attracted that we actually have wanted? And because you're able to attract these things, but the way you operate is so mystique in a way. Again, your energy is bright. You can fill up a room, but people know you without knowing you. So this allows other people to create, because a lot of people, and this is no shade and this is no judgment, but a lot of people have pretty boring lives. Again, no shade and no judgment. A lot of people, and I'm not saying all, but there are people out here, and excuse my words, they have pathetic lives. And again, I'm not trying to judge, but there's people who won't get up and make things of their life, but will just complain. You, Leo, are not like that. At least not the ones that I'm speaking to. You're not like that. It's like, okay, I can sit and complain, or I can go out and do something about it and make a change. And that's what you do, and you allow things to come in. So because certain people have these kind of mundane, humdrum, boring lives, it's easier for these people that are on the outside to create fantasies in their head, because psychologically, how we are as humans, we love a good fantasy. Especially when our lives is boring, we will either live vicariously through somebody, or we'll make up fictitious stories about somebody to have this almost fantasy role play of how we want to view that person versus who that person truly is. So you will have, even in this energy of you being bright, You'll have other people that can make up rumors or say gossip or say negative things about you. Mind you, they have no ammo or fuel backing up these stories, but because the way you operate at such a higher vibrational level and those people are not, it's easier to fantasize you on their level or you not being as esteemed or as great as you are versus looking at their reality and them making changes. So then that brings me into my next point here of what I'm just feeling with your energy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go on just go too far off, but I just have to, because it feels like you need, the ones I'm talking to really needs to hear this. But you also have a really keen sense of discernment, Leo, and a really good sense of detachment. And the one I'm talking to, the couple I'm talking to, you understand detachment. You understand that nothing in life is forever. Nothing is meant to stay. So you embrace experiences for what they are, whether it's relationships, people, opportunities. But you do know at some point, whether it's through death or whether it's just a seasonal, temporary person, circumstance, or opportunity that's meant to be in your life for that time period and then it goes away, you understand by only experiencing it for what it is in that moment and enjoying it, embracing it, but not holding on to detachment like this is going to be in my life forever. I'm going to have these people in my life forever. I'm going to have that person in my life forever. It allows you to have a sense of freedom and understanding when things don't go your way, whether it is in love, opportunities, or circumstance. Yes, you may need a day or two to cry, feel the pain, feel what you feel, but you can dust yourself off and get back up again. And that's a trait that most people don't have, that you are admired for, whether people want to praise you publicly for this or they understand it silently. It feels like the reason why I'm having to talk to you about this, Leo. In the month of October, there's a great stride. It feels like a specific accomplishment you're getting ready to come into or go towards or achieve. There's a specific accomplishment here, because I'm looking visually at the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not even looking at these cards anymore. I'm just going off what Spirit is just telling me energetically there. I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles, and that's like right here for the taking, and that's what you're jumping towards. And that's something that you've already created the avenue and the space to go and achieve and grab. But remembering who you are, remembering this is how you operate, and because this is how you operate, hopefully nothing changes about the way you operate. I guess there's an understanding for you to know how your external environment is going to handle you, or how they are viewing you, or what's happening to you when you start to come further into this opportunity in the month of October. Because yes, you will have people that will, again, like I mentioned about the fantasies and make up things about you. Yes, you will have people, even though you may have mastered the art of detachment or you're able to detach, other people have not detached from you. So those people that can be parasites or people who want to be your friend or want to be around you because of your achievement or what you're grabbing, you're very keen with your discernment, but you got to understand as you go into this opportunity, these people are going to come further and further out of the woodwork. And we're in Mercury retrograde with, I believe, 5 other planets in retrograde right now too. So lots of people wanting to come back into your energy, back into your life, back into your presence. And it's very important sometimes we need to be reaffirmed and reassured of who we are. Because even internally, even though we can be the most confident, most bold, and most self-assured within ourselves, right? Sometimes we do waver a little bit. We all still have human emotions and we go through those human experiences. So I feel like I'm just being, I don't want to say forced, but I feel like I'm being guided to assure you of where you stand and how good you've been moving through life and handling things. Because again, I keep seeing this 8, like it's an Ace of Pentacles right here. So don't stop, Leo. I have to admire your energy, because this is, at least from, I'm not going to say in life in general, but to really master or be keen with these properties, again, detachment, how you operate, how you move, how you carry yourself. There's a certain price tag to you that a lot of people can't afford, and just even the whiff of your smell, just even the whiff of your energy, it either forces people to either have to level up to meet you to where you are, or if they can't, they'll try to pull you down. But because you know how to discern, you typically don't allow these things to bother you or affect you, and keep that going. Again, feeling this energy, I normally deal with like, oh, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, which is understandable because we all do. But this you specifically, I know, again, I'm talking to a couple people here. This is solid. So Leo, I'm going to leave this here. It's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. It's been an honor. Hopefully next time you see me, maybe one more video, but after that, I'll be in my new place and space, so the background will be different. I love you guys. Bye.